Welcome to the Tuesday show. Hope everyone's having an awesome Tuesday morning. Ooh, do we have a couple of headlines to go over? Man, last night was a bit rough. I had to deal with the kitty having her usual zoomies at what 4 in the morning. Oof, so I'm a little bit tired, but that's okay. Some stuff has been going on in fact, if you check out the Discord, Mono has been following this in the Netherlands just to do a little bit of, I guess, international news. If you check out the Discord, there is quite a bit of Twitter feeds covering the protests that have been happening in the Netherlands. Apparently, this one is because of apparently this one is more anti-lockdown protests, anti-mass protests, things like that. All the way up until, hey Memius, how's it going? All the way up until they decided to detonate a large petrol bomb. Hey Chidore, how's it going? On a footbridge. So yeah, it's getting pretty spicy in the Netherlands. Hope you're doing alright, folks. Let's see if we can pull up just some of the Twitter feeds. All right, so just really quickly, I honestly feel like I'm watching France right now. I feel like I'm watching a protest in France. Hey Alamiter, how's it going? Is it Alamtir? Wait, hold on, am I getting this right? Alamtir, how's it going, man? Long time no see. It's going. It's going. Hey Alio, how's it going? Oh, I see. Alan with an M, then tier. Oh. Oh. Oh, you got me there, friend, because I honestly don't remember. I think you remember me from that name, if anything. Is this... Okay, let's see. Without saying too much information. Alan from school. Phil, okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I got confused. I think because you said you remember me from that name, if anything. No, I'm completely lost. I was on your stream a while ago? Oh, shoot. Did you used to stream as well? Okie doke. I mean, hey, sorry. Listen, sorry I have a horrible memory. It's been at least 5 months. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry if I have a small brain, but either way, I'm just happy you're all here, and I'm happy you came back after 5 months. Ooh. I never knew bikes were flammable. Anything's flammable if you try hard enough. It's okay. It's all good. I don't have like memory that good of memory um like that. This is happening slow motion on before it actually does. Yeah. Oh no, you got the tea leaves. Oh, that's never good. That's never good. So yeah, it turns out I mean like honestly when I look at this I feel like I'm watching France. I feel like I'm looking at protests from France. Um in fact, didn't they do this exact thing where they put a whole bunch of bikes or scooters just like that and blocked roadways? I'm pretty sure. I remember now, so I have to one up you on that one. Oh, well, you got me there, that's for sure. Jeez, it's the stuff that's going on in the Netherlands is quite Hey, Spiritual Money, how's it going? Thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. Yeah, people are on edge. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. Hey, Trash Bandicoot, how's it going? Thank you, Jeru Amado. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, they're protesting lockdowns, it seems. Is this an anti-mask, anti-lockdown, or just lockdown protest? Because I can't understand what this means. What's the topic? We do daily news. Oh, it's anti-lockdown. Thank you for the correction. All right, hold on, folks. Fake news. This is an anti-lockdown protest, okay? Not anti-mask. Thanks for the other donation, Jeru. I appreciate that. Nah, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. I hope that's not the case. Would you rather I lied? No. No, no, no. I'm just saying I hope that's not the case. Donation hype, true. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Not good, folks. Not good. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the donation, Jiro Amato. $50. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have a video. You can post it on the Discord. With the generous $50 donation. That's already what, 50, 70? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You have a video? Yeah, you can send it in the Discord. Because there's no links are gonna show up here. Oh wait, nope. Hold on, I just figured it out. Yeah, I just figured it out. Yeah. No, no, no. Fake news, guys. You got me. You got me. Listen, everybody. You know what? You should get a um you should get a gifted sub just for that. You should get a gifted. Oh, sorry guys. Hold on. Jesus Christ. You should get a gifted sub just for that. Guys, I was trolled to the trolliest of trolliest levels. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Jero Amato, you should get a gifted sub for that. You should get a gifted sub for that. Thank you for the 10 biddies. That I see. Is this an anti-bike protest? No, it's an anti-lockdown protest. True. Yeah, nah, I know. You can change your the color of your text. So that's on me. That one was on me. I fell for that one. All right. You should get a gifted sub for that. Yes, it's an anti-bike protest. They're sacrificing bikes to the bike god. It's actually a pro bike protest. No, it's a hey Memius, it's a anti-lockdown protest in the Netherlands. I'm veering myself wildly between thinking I'm over predicting and thinking I'm underselling. Yeah, well, no. Fool me once. Fool me once. Oh, okay. Don't worry, guys. I'll wake up in the middle of the stream and I'll be more alert, paying attention. Nah, I think you've been pretty accurate, Mono. Expect more of these as time to go on. COVID is not going away. I hope. Man, that's crazy. Excerpt from The Economist. Pandemics have led to social upheaval in the past. The IMF looked at 133 countries, 2001 to 2008, and found that the unrest surged about 14 months after onset of disease, peaking after 24 months. The more unequal the society, the more upheaval. True. Indeed, the fund warns of a vicious circle in which protests further help increase the hardship, which in turn feeds the protests. Is this a left or right stream? It's a stream. Someone in PF makes an interesting point. What makes the Netherlands interesting on that note is by wealth, the Netherlands is the most unequal country in the world. In fact, it's the only country on the planet that is more unequal than the world average. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's out of the realm. You know, I don't think it's that big of a jump to say things like this that cause unsustainable gross levels of income inequality are directly tied to social upheavals and unrest. Well, yeah, I mean, but it's not, is it? There's clear indications that these two go hand in hand, and if things continue to perpetuate themselves, more protests, the you know more protests, then you have especially those anti-lockdown protests. At least here in America, most of them don't even wear masks, perpetuating COVID. For the sake of anti-lockdown, we get more cases, and then it continues a vicious cycle. Listen, Jeru, here you go. Hold on. Why can't I do this? Ah. Alright. What makes the Netherlands interesting? Oh, yes. It could be meaningless. Yes, true. Where's the protest happening? The Netherlands. UK sells arms to nearly 80% of countries under restriction. What? Not surprised. Alright, we got to this here. We've got a few things to go over. The wealth gap in the Netherlands has been growing since the 90s, but nowhere near the top in the GINI index. What is GINI? Here are more more footage of what's happening in the Netherlands. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm watching France. Popular Front. Popular Front is a very actually you know, Mono can put the link as to their I think they do a podcast, or they do podcast, Discord, they do independent journalism on the ground. Yes, this is an anti-lockdown protest. That's right. The Gini index measures wealth inequalities within a nation's population. Got you. By the way, how's it going, Kinetic Pause? I hope you're doing all right. This is pretty tiny compared to France protest. True, I'm just saying, like, the way it feels, it gives me that vibe. Here they try to essentially what would be the equivalent of a large Molotov. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's 1 hour away from my house? Yikes. Yeah, it's been crazy. Incredible. Anyways, you can thank Mono for that. New Year's, but I've seen discussions about it being that there's actually been 2 petrol bombs on New Year's and this one. Nah. We all learn. I watched the videos and the bridge did look different. So confirm that it did happen? Either way, disturbing. Alright, folks. Let's shift gears. Very interesting. Sanders says Democrats will push coronavirus relief package through with simple majority. Senator Bernie Sanders, incoming chair of the Senate Budget Committee, who caucuses with Democrats, told CNN State of the Union on Sunday that Democrats plan to push a coronavirus relief package to the chamber with a simple majority vote. I think so. There was torching of testing facilities and such as confirmed, so it wouldn't be unexpected. Well, there you go. First the US having protests, now other countries haven't. Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, we saw them actually first in Italy, did we not, back then? When this was first starting, like, didn't we have, like, a whole bunch of them in Italy? Now that is a great emote. Who took this one? Who did this one? Oh, left flank vets. Oh, you deleted the Discord server? Damn, but now how am I supposed to get news? This is a great one. Great emote. Abandoned the Mercer family out again? What does that mean? Did they start a new media company? There was an anti-mask protest in my home and province in Canada, and about 5 people showed up. We get about an average of 2 to 3 new cases per day. Oh, jeez. I wish we could have an average of 2 to 3 cases a day. Okay, I'm gonna take some bets. I bet it's Alberta. Net zero in 1 year, common Biden USA is the greatest country, right? Huh? I don't know. Can you please rewrite that? Nova Scotia, Alberta are getting hundreds of new cases per day. Yeah. Well, yikes. Yeah, I've seen that's becoming kind of a common thing. Alberta is the Florida of Canada. Gotcha. That's why I was kind of thinking if it was Alberta. Now, I wish we had a 0 to 3 cases on the daily, but unfortunately, we still get hundreds of thousands of cases. Florida added +8. I mean, California is just absolutely running away with the most amount of cases. Jeez. I don't understand the policy decisions happening in Cali. I didn't keep up with that, but it seems like they were trying to do it seems like they were trying to do lockdowns and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't call them connections, more like research, or like Mono likes to be a quote unquote fly on the wall. Besides, we have seen a slight uptick in that. It's a lockdown where everyone still has to work. Oh, so no lockdown. So then, like, but okay, so that makes absolutely no sense. Yes, we're all under lockdown, but you still have to go to work. Okie dokie. Okay. Senator Bernie Sanders, incoming chair of the Senate Budget Committee, who caucuses with Democrats, told CNN that the Democrats plan to push a coronavirus relief package to the chamber with a simple majority vote. Budget reconciliation would allow Democrats to forego Senate's 60-vote requirement and could potentially speed up the next relief package for millions of unemployed Americans. Democrats hold a 50-50 split in the Senate, with Vice President Kamala Harris serving as a tie-breaking vote. What we cannot do is wait weeks and weeks and months to go forward. We have to act now. We're going to use reconciliation, that's 50 votes in the Senate plus the Vice President, to pass legislation desperately needed by working families in this country right now. True. True. You see, that's how you take decisive action in a time where people desperately need it. And this feels like they're trying to do something, right? This feels like they're attempting to help the people, right? We'll see what happens, but this feels like an actual plan to move in that direction, right? When asked if he wants a relief bill passed before the former president, Trump's impeachment trial begins on the week of February, he said, "We've got to do everything. This is not, you don't have time to sit around weeks on impeachment and get no vaccine into the arms of people." Right. So, okay, which will go into the other article here. Basically, when you become president, immediately overshadowed by a meme of a guy sitting in a chair. True. Here, one free one for the Biden on Trump's impeachment. Okay. Yeah, no, nobody. Okay, here we are. So, in other words, yes, you do have to move quickly. I mean, like, the original relief package did nothing, almost nothing, for the working class or for the actual small businesses, because they were torpedoed completely. What it did do, it gave a lot of oxygen to large corporations, people who didn't need it. It passed overwhelmingly. Then we had to wait 10 plus months, maybe, about 10 or 11 months before we get another relief package, which ended up being what amounted to a spit in our faces. Again, I mean, of course, $600 is $600, and any, I would much rather have that than nothing. But I mean, exactly what are you solving here? Now that hopefully we have some type of competence in government, all I want is for the majority right now, the majority in power right now, to fix things, to actually improve the conditions of people now. And if nobody's willing to work to get relief, then the people, the majority who were voted on by the people, should at that point do what they need to do to get stuff done. I mean, I don't get. I want a hoverboard. Hey guys, I'll get you 2K. Well, actually, okay, 1400 you'll get in March, maybe. Is this for real? Nabasia's 1 million flood plants shelved and hidden from high risk East Harlem. Oh my god. The redaction is just a giant Sharpie pen all over the place. Hey Elias, how's it going? Like, here's the redactions on this. It's just like, it's just me taking a giant Sharpie And yeah. Exam yesterday fucked me up. Oof. Well, at least it's over, friend. Hope you passed. Yikes. The biggest question on 25%. Nobody knew it. Oh, did you get it though? I tried printing that. That PDF. I'd run out of black pages in 10 page in. Yeah. I knew some very smart people and nobody knew it. Jeez. Okay, so we got this. Alright. So they're gonna try to use budget reconciliation to get some type of relief package passed, and hopefully they can, because it's desperately needed and people definitely need to know or need to feel or people need to feel like the government is trying to do something for them. Which, to piggyback off that, Biden says he's open to negotiating the proposed 1,400 stimulus checks. At first, I thought that what he meant was that he was gonna negotiate down the stimulus checks, which would be quite infuriating, but it seems like I was wrong. I thought that the eligibility requirements for this $1,400 stimulus check was already set at the previous eligibility requirements. Instead, this guy decided to, I mean, like, it honestly should have just been the same, 75,000 and under. I don't know why he, okay. President Joe Biden said on Monday that he's open to negotiating the eligibility requirements of its proposed 14 check and nod to lawmakers who have said they should be more targeted to lower income. The previous round of stimulus check, including 600 per person check approved in December, was generally limited to individuals earning less than 75,000 a year, married couples earning less than 150. So yeah, they should just do it like that and be done with it. They should just do that and be done with it. If that's the really big hurdle that they need to cross, okay, it's not a big deal. 75k and under should just get these, no questions asked, no strings attached. Here you go. All of a sudden, Republicans don't want to give money to the rich. Alright, we're gonna go over this. Right, isn't that funny? How that works? Darknet. Oregon Republican Party falsely suggested the U.S. Capitol was a false flag. This is like on the level of Alex Jones type stuff. The Oregon Republican Party has falsely claimed in a resolution that there's growing evidence of the January 6th attack on the Capitol by a pro-Trump mob was a false flag operation. I'm sure that they will provide evidence, of course. The resolution, which was published on January 19th, was endorsed by the Executive Committee of the State Republican Party, suggested that the storming of the Capitol by Trump supporters was an orchestrated conspiracy designed to discredit the president and his supporters and all conservative Republicans to create a sham motivation to impeach the former president. Ah, interesting. Means testing, yeah, it's just simple. The only means test that there should be is just easy. 75k and below, you get it. 75k and above, you don't. Like, that's as least red tape as possible. To back up these false claims, the resolution cited links from right-wing websites, including the Epic Times, known for truth-telling. Guys, if you ever see those videos from the Epic Times, yeah, a pro-Trump outlet that has frequently published right-wing misinformation, as well as the Wikipedia entry for Reichstag fire. Jesus, even Wikipedia? In a Facebook video released on January 19, the Oregon Republican chair, Bill Carrier, said that the Oregon Republicans were working with Republicans in other states to release similar resolutions. Oh, so it's not just Oregon, it's the entire damn party. Cool. We're encouraging and working with others through a Patriot network of RNC members, the national level elected officials from each state to coordinate our activities and to coordinate our messaging. Cue AstroTurf videos and misinformation. We're partway in the door of socialism and Marxism right now. Okie doke. And we have to fight. It's a time for choosing. People can decide what they want to believe and what they want to do, but the people are standing up and there are people sitting down. Okay, we're gonna have to reread that one. And we have to fight. It's time for choosing. People can decide what they want to believe and what they want to do, but there are people standing up and there are people sitting down. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm sitting up, and I guess in a moment I'll stand up. Is that... I can't parse that sentence. Perry did not respond to a request for Monday. A comment for Monday. The Republican National Committee did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Yeah. This is wacky. This is just like beyond... This is like beyond divorce from reality. Hey, HI Bureaucrat. I got an Epic Times newspaper in the mail last week. Nice. Please, oh my goodness. If you please share with us the gold that you find in that magazine. Did the riots in Pasadena count for anything? Wait, what? What are you talking about? Is this another, like, whataboutism? I can't read this. This is too small. The people in our province organized and he asked the government to stop delivering Epic Times to our province. Nice. Nice. True mono. Actually, I'm not really a so I would consider myself somebody who believes that there should be some type of that our system should provide the basic necessities of people, like food, housing, education, and healthcare. I believe that there should be democracy in the workplace. In other words, if you're in a job, you should probably have a voice as to what happens in your job. I also support the encouragement of things like, for example, worker co-ops and stuff like that. A democratization, if you will, of the workplace. In most places, I would be considered very, very centrist. I'm just chill. A Demsock? Yeah, I don't know what I am. It doesn't matter. Like, some people have said that I'm a little bit, sort of like a reformist. I've been called different things. What? Food, housing, education, and healthcare? I mean, that's pretty radical here. That's pretty radical here. The fact that I'm talking about obtaining just a basic standard of human life is apparently, a lot to some people. Not good enough, sir. I want everything. I can't give you everything. The cover story on the Epic Times is I have 500 million donation from Facebook Zuckerberg used to undermine the US election. No, no. Yes, our toothbrush. That's right. Oh man, Memmius. Gold. Meme gold. Yeah, I've been called like a reformist. I don't know. It just depends on like how you take the rhetoric that I'm talking about. Because I mean, generally, what I say is pretty in line um, with a lot of like libertarian type socialists, things like that. People who believe there should be democracy in the workplace. Um, People who believe that worker co-op should be encouraged. We should probably um, start pilot programs. Start pilot programs to see how we can get that to be a normalized thing. I think people should have choices in what they do in their work. Um, I think that people should have basis of necessities like food, housing, education, and healthcare, and then we can build from there. We have more than enough left-wing revolutionaries. Yeah, I don't believe in like this. I think I cut a path away from like the revolutionaries in the sense that I think that I think in my opinion, my worldview in my head, um, I think that we can still make steps forward, pulling the levers that we have while we can in the time that we have left. Because like basically, my main concern is climate change, right? So knowing that climate change is on a timetable, like we're on the clock with climate change, I'm willing to do like, you know, whatever it is that we can do right now in the immediate and get whatever support I can to try to bring that to the forefront. um I don't think we can make sure work with Biden in office. I don't think that we'll get everything. Nor do I trust. I mean, let's be honest. Biden is kind of like Biden is a politician. Sure. Thanks for the follow, Coral, Lisa. Licia. Sure, he has said some good stuff. He has done a few good executive orders. I don't know if I 100% trust him. So no, I don't. I don't think that Biden is going to be the answer to everything, but it's definitely better. What was good? What are you talking about? Trying to implement a $15 minimum wage for the federal purview. Trying to implement a mask mandate for federal purview on his power, the stuff that he can affect. Trying to raise SNAP benefits so that people can have access to food. That's good. Nowhere near enough, but I'm saying that these are good things. Yes, putting back the putting us back in the Paris Accord is a start. Again, like the Paris Accord, the importance of the Paris Accord is to understand the importance of getting an international coalition together. It is not good enough. You're right. We need to lead, as Mono says, we need to lead the way in terms of like getting our energy as renewable as possible. And then use something like the Paris Accord to get other countries together and say, all right, we gotta work on this. If you commit to these, we're still on track for the 3.2 degrees. Yeah, it's still kind of catastrophic. No, it's a start. It's the idea that we need an international coalition that I like about the Paris Accord. Not that it goes far enough, nowhere near. Yeah, so it turns out, guy made Trudeau cry within a week. Exactly. That's why I'm saying only the federal workers, because that's the only thing he has power over, the federal stuff. Give money away for someone else to. What? He gave money away for someone else to say how we do clean energy, and then shut down the pipeline to pushing the oil and with Warren's railroads. What are you talking about? Um. Anyways, so the actual permanent jobs, we figured this out. The actual permanent jobs from the Keystone Pipeline was actually about 25 permanent jobs. Because like people think that, oh, you know, the Keystone Pipeline brings in thousands of jobs and all this stuff. Yeah, they're temporary. They're temporary jobs that get yeeted as soon as they're done. And furthermore, Darknet brought up a great analogy or scenario. This is like saying, oh, we can't go into light bulbs because we'll put the candle makers out of business. Or I believe this was Memmius, who put this one out, um, who put this one out there. It's like the horse and carriage industry saying that the up and coming auto industry is going to kill. It's going to kill all those horse and buggy jobs. Yes, some of them, but I mean, we progress regardless. You said it was clean energy, but the railroad is going to make more dirty energy. It's just going to be transported in other ways. Yes, I agree, but the idea that this was going to kill a whole bunch of jobs is just nonsense. Furthermore, we shouldn't be subsidizing or encouraging fossil fuels anymore. We should just not be encouraging this stuff. We should be moving towards the future. Why do we need to continue to prop up this why do we need to continue to prop up this dying industry anyways? We shouldn't be encouraging new we shouldn't be encouraging, like, you know, this new pipelines and stuff. PS5s will destroy the economy because they'll put the PS5 makers out of business. Exactly. What? How did this happen? Kellyanne's Twitter at leaked nudes. Oh, dude, this is no, it doesn't affect mods. 10 bucks says that Kellyanne Conway did that on purpose. $10 says she did this on purpose, accidentally. Leaked her own daughter's pictures. Ridiculous. Yep, it happened. All right. It is messed up because I can't. There's no world that will make me believe, unless there's some serious investigations and proof, that she didn't do this on purpose. We don't have anything else to run out to be self-sufficient, and he gave China an energy deal in America. China's the dirtiest energy government on earth. Wait, hold on. Isn't China the power that's getting more and more solar energy out there? Isn't our companies the ones that are there? And we absolutely have the technology to be self-sufficient. We absolutely do. Your fossil fuel growth and renewable growth. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, Sophie Max, how's it going? I hope you're doing all right. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. That's nice. Anywho, this is. Oh yeah, here we are. So yeah, this is just crazy. Um, it is not a false flag attack, despite what any of these people are saying. So, can I get some crabs, please? Oops. Garbill. Majority of the world is supported by taxpayers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Does that really pass the sniff test? It does not. Anyways, um, this is just kind of a meme story because I mean, like, on a more like serious note, although obviously espousing stuff that could potentially lead to violence is bad and should not be platformed. I don't think that Twitter should have this amount of power. Um, because then it gets turned to us, right? I've seen multiple left-wing accounts constantly get shut. Yeah, I don't know. Even read the bills, the House and Congress, the president have been pushing during this pandemic. Yeah, there's been some funds diverted to other countries, which I don't agree with. But the idea that these handful of countries are getting money, therefore America's funding the world, is ludicrous. Should they be doing that? No. Hey, Aronok, how's it going? Listen, it's just not true. These amounts of monies are slush fund times BS that end up in the pockets of major politicians in other countries rather than funding the nation. That's true. Hey, thanks for the subscription. 3 months, Aronok. You're pivoting to another completely different point. That is a completely different statement than the one you just made. Holy crap. That is a completely different statement. Come on, man. Enough with the malarkey. What country is helping another country is America. So, like, even if that's true, that is a completely different statement than saying America taxpayers fund the world. Now, what I will say is, yeah, maybe those, like, tens of millions of dollars that get sent out internationally in the COVID bill should have been reorganized to serve the citizens of this country first during the pandemic. But it's not like America's just like funding the entire world. I'm not sure where that came from. No, no, no. It's strategic reasons. You're right, Mono. That's right. That's right. Anywho, hope you're doing all right, Aronok. Yeah, that's true. In fact, um, Guatemala had a small uprising because of that. Insides are annoying, but other than that, okay. Whew. That's right. More money goes to Jeff Bezos. True. Yes, that's very true. No one's arguing that point. You're right. Anywho, um, I think that this is the funniest part here from this article. Lindell is also facing potential litigation from Dominion Voting Systems for claims that their machines played a role in the election fraud. They also urged Trump to declare martial law in an attempt to overturn the election. Nice meme. I hope all these people get like sued. I hope all these people get sued. Okay, so Twitter, Twitter unveiled a feature Monday meant to bolster its effort to combat misinformation and disinformation by tapping users in a similar fashion Wikipedia to flag potential misleading tweets. The new system allows users to discuss and provide context to tweets that they believe are misleading or false. The project, titled Birdwatch, is a standalone section of Twitter that will at first only be available to small sets of users, largely on a first-come, first-served basis. Priority will not be provided to high-profile people or traditional fact-checkers, but users will have an account tied to a real phone number and will have to use an account tied to a real phone number and email address. Birdwatch allows people to identify information in tweets they believe is misleading or false and write notes that provide informative context. We believe this approach has the potential to respond quickly when misleading information spreads, adding context that people trust and find valuable. So, what is... I mean, I have a feeling that this could be used for something else. Birdwatch will initially be cordoned off to a separate section of Twitter. The company said eventually we aim to make notes visible directly on tweets for global Twitter audience, and there's a consensus when there's a consensus from a broad and diverse set of contributors. So so then what? Like we could have a consensus from a broad and diverse set of contributors as to why something like, for example, climate change isn't a big deal, right? We need a consensus from a broad and diverse set of contributors as to why wearing masks is debatable. I don't know. Does that sound like a good plan? I'm just worried about like the science aspect. Like I'm just worried about the science aspect of this, right? Yeah, this all depends on the people they pick actually knowing their stuff. Exactly. I don't know how they could verify that. They don't, because according to them, they'll counterbalance. Their counterbalance is that there'll be a consensus of people to say what is allowed, not allowed, but what is considered a fact, right? So like a consensus of people can say, well, I think they're relying more heavily on algorithms. Yeah. But I think that they're lying by omission. Isn't that what's happening right now? No, this is a new pilot program that they're trying to do. If that's a link, Mr. Periods, send it over on the Discord. Sometimes that definitely happens, Sergeant Hoffman. So, like, my problem is exactly as Mono pointed out. Like, wait, so if they don't know what they're talking about, people, a broad and diverse set of contributors. What if they What if the diverse and broad set of contributors just kind of like have a consensus that like maybe climate change isn't like, maybe climate change isn't that big of a deal. Okay? I don't know. Let's have a debate about whether or not it exists. We should also be clear that there's a difference between misinfo and disinfo. Yes. Hey, Gaming Mind, how's it going? I don't know if I like this. I also don't like the fact that, powerful companies like this get to dictate what is correct. If I send something that I have no idea is false, should I be penalized the same way as someone intentionally spreading disinfo? If yes, is there even a way of knowing who did it? Yeah, let's continue on. I'm sure we'll get more information, but either way, it looks kind of weird. Hey, listen, Mr. Periods, I think you were asked a couple of times to explain what you mean, but it seems like you're having a hard time trying to get your point out, or just don't want to. I told you can send a link in the Discord. Twitter has faced increased pressure over the last 2 years to address rampant misinformation on the platform. Aside from removal, it has relied on labeling or adding context below tweets to spread misinformation. Um, in March, facing a deluge of misinformation about the pandemic, it began removing misleading and potentially harmful content about COVID. By May, it had introduced labels to respond to tweets containing conspiracy theories about the origins of the disease and fake cures. In February, Twitter rolled out a new manipulated media label, fixing it first to a tweet from then President Trump. In the months ahead, it would label many more misinformation around the COVID pandemic and the election. In just the final 2 weeks before the election, Twitter said it labeled 300,000 tweets for disputed and potentially misleading content. Twitter told NBC News, encouraged by early trials of the program, which have been ongoing last year. NBC News first reported on a leaked demo of the program, which was entitled Community Notes. Twitter then heavily focused on the threat of manipulation by what it calls swarms of bad actors who seek to use the platform as another weapon of online information war. We know there's a number of challenges towards building a community-driven system like this, from making it resistant to manipulation attempts to ensuring it isn't dominated by a simple majority or bias based on its distribution of contributors. Will be focused on these things throughout the pilot. Researchers will also be able to download the bulk of data about Birdwatch entries, which he will hope will enable experts, researchers, and public to analyze or audit the Birdwatch and deter manipulation. There's no way to fix that other than dropping the hammer, which is going to fuel talk of tech overlords and corporal gods censoring free speech, which is going to lead to massive unrest, which is too already late. It's thorny, but if they tag things which are actually false, which are factually false, that's workable. The only thing you can really do is take yourself away from it and try to convince the people you care about to take more care as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, that's part of the issue. That's part of the solution. That is part of the solution. You as the individual, at least within your purview, should be try to be responsible. You should be a responsible person and try to realize what you're posting online, right? Just because you saw it on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Consensus reality has warped amorphous wild amounts of contorts and shifts depending on your fundamental positions. Maybe at some point there was, but I don't think there is. Well, no, I mean, some things are just subjectively true. For example, gravity. Yeah, like, there are some things that are just objectively true. You don't tell me what to believe true. Hey, Imaginary Line, how's it going? The idea of whether gravity is true or not means nothing because I could rationalize it in any number of ways. Yeah, I'm sure you can, but I'm saying that no matter how you rationalize it, it's always going to end up being that gravity is real, right? Just like saying, like, more important is whether or not the objective good or evil such people with discriminate fit into that. If impacts science, education, and government and private programs, the existence of it can be measured and studied independently. At and at this point, a massive portion of humanity does not agree with the rest. Yeah, it's not a big enough amount that it's just not fringe ideas anymore. Yeah, but like it's still not true, right? Like it's still not true. Like just because a whole bunch of people say that the moon doesn't exist doesn't make it so. Researchers will also be able to download bulk data. Oh yes, to deter. Yes, we saw this. Enable experts, researchers, and the public to analyze or audit birdwatch and deter manipulation. We know this might be messy and have problems at times, but we believe this is a model worth trying. I don't know. I don't know if this might end up having the exact inverse effect of what they think is going to be, right? If for all we know, this could have the exact opposite effect. This is why these companies shouldn't be as big as they are. The closest we can get is aggregate data of actions and cause an increased value of quality of life. Yeah, I mean, like we have like studies and analysis of studies that show you, for example, and have had a scientific peer-reviewed consensus, not just because a whole bunch of people say it is so, but because multiple decades of studies, peer-reviewed studies, analysis, and just like an overwhelming amount of data says climate change is anthropogenic and it's going to be a huge problem if we don't address it, and it's catastrophic if we do not address it. My reality is that Joe Biden stole the election when 1/3 of the population, one of the most influential countries in the world, believe that we have already crossed the Rubicon. Yeah, but like, and Trump won by a landslide. So in other words, you think that it's like pointless because people are just gonna be believing what they want anyways. In other words, science is dead. Facts and reality is dead. Because I mean, there has to be at some point like a reversal of this, right? There has to be a point where people kind of come back down to earth and realize, like, wait a minute, this didn't happen. Some critical thinking is required. Like, this didn't happen. Evidence after evidence after evidence has been shown that obviously, for example, in your case, the election is not stolen. That's the thing. The idea that humans can always repair things is a myth. Why would that be the case? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think as to how we can get back to reality and have some type of like a dose of objectivity where we can kind of put our feet on the ground, right? I mean, facts and reality are passe. I get with the times, true. I'm saying that the belief, but I am saying that the belief that we can reverse this trend through getting some extra admin powers on big tech social media sites is goofy. Yeah, exactly. In fact, like I said, it might have the actual opposite effect. It might have the opposite effect of what you want, of what they want, right? Oh no, the tea leaves have spoken. Use the memes, Luke. I mean, yeah, people do love memes, but the tea leaves have told me that it's not getting better. Yeah, like you think, like for example, like when people see this happening and moving in this direction, as you said earlier, they're gonna think that this is just big tech consolidating power, and to a degree, it is. Um, but at some point, we have to put our feet on the ground, right? You start back shaming. We'll do what you can to break people out of the spectacle and to assault the warped blob consensus reality. Yeah, like, you know, one of the best things that you or methods that you can do is have them question their belief, right? Like, you know, the, the Russian Limbaugh crowd says the government, media, and academia are pillars of deceit. Yeah, exactly. Can't even do that because if you want people out of cultic belief, you shaming them. Yeah. That is a way we can kind of move in that direction. That is a way we can move in that direction. Um, Having economic security and making sure that people have, again, food, housing, education, and healthcare gives less credence to conspiracy theories and something like that. So people who are generally speaking, who have these things, will less likely fall into less likely into conspiracy rabbit holes. Yeah, exactly. It is a way we can help. At the very, yeah, people end up in these spaces because they need some sort of hope for something better, right? And that's what they'll turn to. But if you give them something, their basic necessities and stuff like that, and it will um it will be better to a degree. Justice reform, that would be rehabilitation and punitive. Yeah, it's another good thing. I mean, not not disagreeing here. To a degree, Marlene Zara, to a degree. Once someone is already in the conspiracy rabbit hole, it's extremely difficult to help them back out. Yeah, it's more like they need to question it and get themselves out. Tech consolidation is like consolidating your neural network. How would that turn out? Who knows? Preventative measures. We need behavioral health and mental health can probably help de-radicalize some folks who got locked up from this. Maybe for others, mental health access should be expanded and normalized. True. And again, this goes back to the same things that I'm talking about: food, health. I mean, food, housing, education, and healthcare. That's literally that's literally part of the stuff as to why I believe in the things that I do, because I think that it does help. Mental health is healthcare. Should have left it too late. Now people on the fringe risk getting pushed in because they think they're being censored. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I think that it may have the opposite effect. So I don't know at this point what to do. Yeah, something like that, Chai Bureaucrat. Crime of convenience. These people won't stop using the Google and Facebook. Then when the corporations come up with algorithms that push and pull behaviors, true. All for the sake of clicks, which turned into profit. Yeah, we allowed this to happen. That's really weird. Does a couple of Central American companies, Pakistan, Egypt, and a couple of Southeast Asian companies equal uh, the entire world? Because remember, your initial claim was that American taxpayers fund the world, was it not? And in comparison to the rest of the budget, it is pennies. I'm not disagreeing that, in this time we should have like maybe not needed money for the military, or maybe we should keep a few of those foreign aid programs like just separate from the COVID relief bill. We can separate these two things. You know that, right? You know that we can separate these two things and have a debate about how much we should be doing for foreign aid, how much we should be doing for COVID. So if your problem is that they're pushing all of this together as one bill, yeah, nobody's arguing that. But one does not mean that we can, you know what I mean? Like we can do different bills for these different things. Nobody's arguing that. What you're saying, like you completely backpedaled and pivoted so much from your original argument that at this point it's like, I don't know, dude. Maybe Camilla's, yeah, true. Yeah, the idea that these measly pennies are the reason why you're not getting aid is also not true. It's just not. Anyways, and I really told you at this point like 3 or 4 times. You can post links in the chat. I mean, you can post links in the Discord, not in the chat. Cutting military spending would increase domestic spending by the same token. My frustration comes from us making it so that big tech is in the position to do it in the first place. True. True. Yeah, exactly. So the part of the solution um, should be to use antitrust legislation. Yes, but I think I don't even know if we can at this point. I mean, I guess we could. Alternatives already exist, but nobody's going to use them. Yeah, because I mean, sticking plaster, in my opinion. What? So you mean you mean breaking them up isn't going to solve the issue? Like, I mean, it would definitely help. As far as I'm concerned, we have that legislation at this. We have that legislation at the same time we else as people leave and go to federated or decentralized platforms. But they're still the most powerful companies on the internet. Yep, that's true, but we can make them less powerful. Because the issue here is, like, they get to control what happens, right? They get to control what happens, but they've become so powerful that they can also say to government, do what I want. They can also pay the government. Ooh, nice username. Are you for the $15 minimum wage under the Biden administration? Sure, of course. That community editing is not always reliable or immune from evil intent. Yes, that's the problem. You might not end up solving the issue in the way that you wanted it to. Yep. Seems more like something they cooked up on break to try and claim they gave a shit. True. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, who does the editing? And if they get into a consensus, like, what does that mean? Does that mean that there's a consensus on the debate of mask wearing? What? Yeah, $15 is kind of sucks. Twitter has a page entirely about how they're trying to prevent people from misusing it. Yeah, sorry, Cheeto. Like I was trying to say, post it on the Discord for links. They have government starting to tell them that you shouldn't container or wait, regarding misinformation or get taxed or fined or whatever. Yeah. True. So this is good news. I don't think the Trump. What did the Trump administration have this? The White House on Monday announced its regular press briefings will now include an American Sign Language interpreter. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters the move is part of its administration's accessibility and inclusion efforts. She noted Monday the interpreter identified as Heather was translating briefing virtually alongside Psaki during the Monday's press conference. Cool. Press S to spit on Jack Dorsey. $30 minimum wage or bust. Yeah, it probably should be about uh if you account for stuff at this point in time, it could be anywhere from $25 to $30 an hour at this point. But I'm not gonna say no to 15 either. Hell no, I would make my burgers cost 50 cents more. Not even. What about a maximum wage? I don't know. Hey, be nice. No, I mean, I guess you could say like maximum wage would be like, well, you get taxed if you get taxed heavy the more money you make. I thought the number would be 22 for counting inflation. I mean, it could be if you like average. If you like average it, maybe. But if you're wanting to address like a cap and like a maximum wage, you kind of just do progressive taxes. If you make above, like for example, like, to give you an example, somebody like a Jeff Bezos would be taxed at like 99, like at 90% above a certain level, right? Above whatever economists deem 100 million, 200 million, whatever it is that they deem. Boom, you hit them with the progressive tax rate as their income brackets get higher. You can attempt to set a limit on the amount of times more than their lowest wage or average worker gets. Yeah, there you go. That's an interesting one. What? Okay, there we are. True. Well, taxes aren't effective. There's another interesting one here. While taxes, the U.S. generally needs to greatly increase the state taxes on top people deferring realizing capital gains. I'm not going to be opposed to that. If we really wanted to solve the burger price crisis, we need to be tough on crime and stop the hamburglar. If the hamburglar is for the people, then I am pro hamburglar. Oh man. So change the way we evaluate stock, tie stock to low wage worker in the company and potentially in the company's potential quality of life standards. Reset the whole system and transfer to a meme-based economy. There we go. Now that is what I would do. Took a survey. So you're saying, well, he paid a total of 17%. The average tax rate for people in his office was 32. So he pays like half. Unacceptable. Thanks for the follow, B-Mark. Would Dogecoin make a comeback? True. Yes, I would be in favor of transferring to a meme-based economy. I think that is a great way to solve our economic problems. We just move to a meme-based. The memes and the quality of memes would be how would be determined wealth. It's just in reverse. Sad but true. God. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Periods. I appreciate that. Alright, so somebody talked about this yesterday, and we kind of had a conversation on the Discord. The Supreme Court Monday declined to hear a case concerning whether former President Trump violated a provision in the Constitution that bars the president from profiteering from a foreign government. The court instructed the lower courts to wipe away a previous lower court opinion that went against Trump because he's no longer in office. It leaves unresolved a novel question raised in the case because Trump, unlike other presidents, did not use a blind trust when assumed presidency, but instead continued to retain an interest in his businesses and let those businesses take from foreign and domestic governments. The order was issued without comment or dissent. There were two cases covering the issue before the justices. One was initiated by lawyers from Maryland and Washington, D.C., who argued Trump violated the Constitution by accepting payments from foreign and domestic governments through Trump International Hotel in D.C. They said they were disadvantaged in competing for business from foreign and state officials who may choose to do business with entities in which the president had a financial interest in order to curry favor. Yeah, like the idea that he didn't violate the emoluments clause is just ridiculous. The problem is, in a sense of legality, what do we do about it? Unfortunately, there isn't much consequences, or I should say there isn't many avenues of holding somebody responsible when it comes to the emoluments clause after they leave office, right? Deepak Gupta, one of the attorneys challenging Trump in the dispute, said on Twitter following the court's decision that he wasn't surprised the case was dismissed as moot after Trump left office, adding it's disappointing that Trump ran out the clock. And part of the work we did to ensure the Constitution's anti-corruption norms weren't forgotten. The group of Citizens Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, which had a part in the case against Trump, said Monday that the lawsuits just made the American people aware for 4 years of the pervasive corruption that came from a president maintaining a global business and taking benefits and payments from foreign and domestic governments. Only Trump losing the presidency and leaving office and these corrupt constitutional violations stopped these groundbreaking lawsuits. The Emoluments Clause prohibits the president from receiving an emolument or profit from any king, prince, or foreign state unless Congress consents. The so-called Domestic Emoluments Clause entitles the president to receive a salary and benefits fixed in advance by Congress, but prohibits him receiving any other emolument from the U.S. Yeah, so he clearly did. No doubt about it. But Possibly Different posted this on the Discord. Essentially, the central issue was very obviously the correct legal decision. In fact, it was probably going to be dismissed under different legal doctrine even if Trump had been reelected. That is because there's no set of punishment for violating the Emoluments Clause in the Constitution. It's basically a specific thing in the Constitution that officials are not supposed to do, but the remedy is removal from office for the president that is done via impeachment. Congress could then theoretically set a different punishment for officials under Emoluments Clause which is found in the Article 1, Section 9, which would give a federal court a legal basis on which to order the removal of an official or official from office for committing a violation, but they never have. In other words, there's no real fix into there's no real fix to it. Oh, you're possibly different. Okay, I see. Thank you, Cheeto and Ray. Hey, Heat, how's it going? Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, this still doesn't give me, like, confidence. No? Yeah, the fact that there's no serious way of addressing a president who violates the emoluments clause is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, it seems like a thing we should probably have addressed. Alright folks, I'm gonna take a quick break and a quick second to show for myself. Of course,
who are consumers of steel and aluminum, and so I hear you, and I appreciate your.
Whoa, that's not what I clicked on. Absolutely not. Oh, come on. Why are you pushing this video on me? Stop, close player. Alright. Yeah, it is a bit infuriating. So really quickly, folks, I'm going to take a 2-second break and take a second to show for myself. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you follow. Make sure you also head on over to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. And thank you guys. You guys are what makes this show go. So just really quickly, head on over to the YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Let me take a quick break and I'll be right back.
This is America's day. This is democracy's day.
Brand new.
A day of history and hope, of renewal and resolve. Today, we've learned again, yet hear me clearly, we'll write the next great chapter, a story we've learned again. It might sound something like a song that means a lot to me. It's called Unity. To those beyond our borders, America has been tested and we've come out stronger. I know speaking of unity can sound like a fantasy. Without unity, there is no peace. We've come so far, still have far to go. This is a great nation, we're good people. To restore America requires so much more than words. We can see each other, not as adversaries, but as neighbors. Folks, this is a time of testing. We all understand, the world is watching. Folks, this is a time of testing. Love and healing. Today, we've learned again, yet hear me clearly. We'll write the next great chapter, a story we've learned again. It might sound something like a song that means a lot to me. It's called Unity. At this hour, my friends, democracy has prevailed. Through struggle, sacrifice, and setbacks, our better angels have always prevailed.
For those that might have the idea that I hate Joe Biden, I do not. I love him.
There is truth and there are lies, yet hear me clearly. That together we shall write an American story. A story that might sound something like a song that means a lot to me. It's called Come On Man. There's one verse that stands out, and it goes like this. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, what I mean. Come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out what you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man.
What the fuck, bro?
Another gold meme. These guys do really good work. Also, you want to save about $5? It's up here on Twitch. Just do it. True. There's also good emotes. Also, if you have Twitch Prime, it is for the free. It is for the free. Also, please, if you enjoy the oh wow, thank you, Stream Elements. Right on cue. Please spread the word, folks. Spread the word far and wide. Everyone and anyone. Spread the word far and wide. Anyone and anyone that this is the place to be in the AM for chill news and politics. So, the TLDR is that there's no real solution for the Emoluments Clause violation other than removing the president, in which case he is no longer in office. Therefore, I mean, yeah, they should probably fix this. So that's the TLDR from this, you know, article that somebody that we were talking about yesterday. Exactly. Listen, I may be wearing a beanie, but definitely am not Tim Pool. Okay. Yeah, so we should probably do something about that. That's a TLDR. We should probably do something about that so that people can't take advantage. Because, I mean, like, basically what this is saying is, like, well, actually, you can violate the Emoluments Clause as long as you get out of Dodge before it happens. Do you prefer charcoal or propane? Neither. If you're talking about barbecue, I don't barbecue enough to know, to be honest. For shame. I don't barbecue enough, often enough to, if that's what you mean. And propane accessories, I'll tell you what, I don't know. You got me. Alright, so I guess another gold meme. The office of President Trump. The office of former President Trump. Okay. Jesus. Alright, I think we're okay. That was by far the strangest power outage that happened, but okay. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. It freaked me out too, because it knocked down everything from my camera to my lights. Everything. Alright. We back. Drew. Whew, that was a little weird. That's okay. Alright, we got 2 dabs. Let's do it. 3 dabs. That's 4 dabs, I think. I think we got it. Oh, 5 dabs. It shall be the policy of my administration that no American taxpayers shall be diverted to construct a border wall. Nice. We don't need to be spending money on that. Those Bernie Sanders memes are getting out of control. True. Dude, for like days straight, all I saw on my Facebook feed is Bernie memes. Well, that, ooh, okay. No, not like that. That's kind of weird. Why would anybody do that? Hey, the leader, how's it going? Anyways, so meme story. Statement from the office of the former president. Palm Beach County, Florida. Today, the 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, officially opened the office of former president. Okay, what does that even mean? The office will be responsible for managing President Trump's correspondence, public statements, appearances, official activities to advance the interests of the United States and to carry on the agenda of the Trump administration through advocacy, organizing, and public activism. President Trump will always and forever be a champion for the American people. Okay, I get what's happening. I get what's happening. What's happening is you're giving him his little office chair. They're giving him his little, his little desk, his little pen, his camera, just so that he can continue living the fantasy of still being president while not being president. I mean, because let's be honest, that's what's going on here. That's unironically what's going on here. Whoever thought of this idea is kind of genius. I wish they would have done it sooner. Just be like, hey, look, you'll be fine. You'll still be doing stuff. You'll be important. Don't worry. I want to know whose idea this was. I really do. I thought all this office... Hey, Lord Armor's office of the former president has memeing? No. He's an ultra-fragile snowflake who needs to feel important. True. So he admits he's not the president now? True. No, this is real. Listen, just because I say it's a meme news doesn't mean it's not true. Sorry, I should clarify. The office of the best former president since Lincoln, maybe even better, some people say. True. No, this is true. I really do feel like somebody just said like, look, bro, we'll give him a desk. We'll even put the little seal. We'll make it official. Just nobody tell him, okay? Just go along with it. We'll give him a desk. It'll look like the Oval Office desk. We'll give him a little eagle El Pubris Unum symbol. I mean, we'll even give him correspondence to take care of. It'll be a whole thing, whole organization, and he'll think that he's important. I honestly thought it was a joke until right now. No, this is for real. Yeah. It's true. It's true. Man, that was really, really freaky. And it's like now even more freakier because after the power outage, my sound is really low. Alright, I'll just keep it like that. I don't know. That was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Okay. The graphic design is so good, someone is trolling. Yeah, no. This is, hey Dustin, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. No, this was taken from Twitter, I believe. Wait, no, where was this from? I've seen this before. Hold on. I can fact check this. Yes. I think it was from the website. Oh yeah, look, Business Insider, Newsweek, New York Post, CBS. Yeah, there's plenty of sources if you want them. I know you like. Here you are. Come on. I'm just simply in disbelief. True. I mean, hey, it's true. Alright, that's probably a little bit too loud now. Hang it. Okay, that's what I want. Arte. Yeah, it's true. Oh, you guys like the music, okay. It's at least upbeat, okay? I was just being a goof. Alright. Yep, but it's true. Alright, really quickly, I think this is good news. They also endorsed Sarah Huckabee Sanders, a true warrior. We tried to get through her campaign announcement video. Thanks for the subscription at tier 1. Thank you so much, Imaginary Line. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And boom, there goes the subscription goal. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hope you're doing alright, Dustin. It was the party music. True. Of course. No, thank you guys for being here. Senate Minority Leader McConnell dropped his demand that Democrats maintain a Senate filibuster, ending an early stalemate in the Senate that prevented party leaders from negotiating a power-sharing agreement. Last Monday, McConnell said he was ready to move forward after two Democrats signaled that they would not vote to end the legislative filibuster, assuring him that it would stay in place. The position of the two moderate Democrats, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, also ensured that Majority Leader Chuck Schumer lacked the votes to end the filibuster, a key demand from his party's left. McConnell has demanded that the filibuster rule remain in exchange for his cooperation on reallocating power in the Senate, which is evenly divided for the first time in 2 decades. The Democrats controlled the chamber since VP Harris would break any tie. For now, Democrats and Republicans will operate in a power-sharing deal that allows the model used in 2001, the last time the Senate had a 50-50 split. That means the party with the vice presidency and tie-breaking powers has control of the floor agenda. Yep, which I have said before. Still, both sides spun the development as a victory. The legislative filibuster was part of the foundation beneath the Senate's last 50-50 power-sharing agreement in 2001, McConnell said, voicing his approval of the compromise. With these assurances, I look forward to moving ahead with a power-sharing agreement modeled on that precedent. McConnell's change of heart followed assurances from Manchin and Sinema that they would not vote to end the filibuster. They agree with President Biden, in my view, that no Senate majority should destroy the right to future minorities of both parties to help shape legislation. With such a deal, the Senate would have essentially been paralyzed, with Senate Democrats unable to take control of the Senate chamber despite being in the majority. Democrats would have maintained control of the floor and legislative agenda, but leadership of key committees would have been retained by Republicans. Committee assignments for newly sworn-in members could not have been forward, and key legislative priorities for the new Biden administration, including a $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package, would be stonewalled. Still, the deal is likely to be tested. Senate Republicans could use the filibuster to stymie President Biden's legislative agenda, increasing pressure on Schumer to end the legislative maneuver. Yeah, fire up the propane generators. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Chai Bureaucrat. It just literally went boop, boop, on and off. And, of course, it resets all my stuff, which is extremely aggravating, because that means my work computer restarted. Oof. Yeah, luckily for me though, I have a laptop, so if a problem like this happens where my internet dies, not internet, my electricity dies, the laptop stays on, so that means that it's already like getting, it's already a step forward instead of me having to wait. reboot my entire PC and things like that. It's already there. I was just waiting for my router to reboot. Yes, Twitter did ban the MyPillow CEO. Prompts flurry of jokes. As yeah, if I had like some type of if I had like a full like full-on family home, I would probably invest in some type of generator to make sure that, you know, I always have electricity at all times. In fact, I think my co-host Bree's house works in that manner, where if there's anything that happens to the electricity, it would always fire up the generator. It's like a permanent generator. Wow, and breaking news just today, right now, before we go, it seems like California Governor Gavin Newsom canceled all stay-at-home orders across the state. In other words, it's a free-for-all. Okie dokie. That makes sense. Hospitalizations went down about 20%, so I guess that means I guess that means just open it up, right? Like, oh yes, we finally reached a just slight downturn, enough so that what that means is we have enough beds for you, should we need it. Tesla has batteries for houses that are affordable, solar panels, and you're all set. Oof. Notes I needed to send myself 25 years ago. Yeah, if I ever get like not if, when, gotta pour some positivity into that. When I do get some a house, I would like to have some type of solar generator type deal in case something happens where I need it. Especially well, it depends on where I go. Things are totally uncontrolled, under control. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Imagine owning your own house. I know. What's the time frame on that? Gee. One day. One day. One day. You don't live too close to the coast, do you? I can neither confirm nor deny any of these statements. I may or may not live on a certain coast. It's okay. You gotta move somewhere no one else wants to live. Yeah, like go up in the mountains or something. On my 150k C4. Yeah, the next time I get 150k, I'll let you know. You should buy a home. It's an investment in your future, maybe even less of a payment than rent. That is true. That is 100% true. The problem is, you need to make sure you can throw down tens of thousands of dollars to be able to do said, you know, down payment and stuff like that. Not just that I, you know, if I had the option of just buying my own home, I would. I'm gonna shit on your doorstep. No. The next time I come across 150k, I'll let you know. Yeah, depending on the area, it's not really that bad in comparison to rent, but like this is the choices that I'm given at this time. My mortgage is less. Yeah, mortgage will generally speaking be less than rent, of course. The issue is one day piling up the money to do a down payment and finding, first of all, finding the right area and finding the home that you can afford the down payment on and the mortgage payments on, which at that point, and if it's not here, you gotta hope that you can find a job to where you move, because I'm sorry, you also have to worry about the amount of money it takes to actually move here. So it's not like you just do it, right? I'm sure that once you get like your first one, you can kind of like roll that over. I've bought and sold 2 houses. I'm 33. You can do it. Yes, I want to. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's like finding the houses and stuff like that. A lot of people moving to the west. It's cheaper and cost of living is adequate. Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that. I'm disputing the money to get there and finding the job there and guaranteeing the same pay that I'm getting here to the same amount of money I'm getting paid here, guaranteed that wage over there. As the cost of living is different. Yeah, true, but I kind of need to be able to sustain myself, and I won't be able to do it on minimum wage. Nope. Alright folks, it is 11:25. I do have to get going because work, and I do need to set up my PC because it just my PC just restarted. So thank you guys. In my profession, I take a 20k decrease where I moved to. Yeah, but you still have enough to keep yourself afloat. That's not the issue. Isn't the pay decrease? The issue is whether or not that pay gets you what you need, and whether or not you have the money to move there, find the job, sustain yourself within the time frame it takes for you to get said job, because they don't just grow on job trees, right? There's a whole level of processes that aren't impossible, but definitely have roadblocks, is what I'm saying. I can't just move there, as Mono says. Thank you, Alio. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Heat, for hanging out. Thank you all. You guys are what makes this channel go. Thank you guys so much. Please, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you go on our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate all of you guys showing so much support. Spread the word. And of course, let's head on over to our friend, very, very good friend of the channel, Bleep Blop Ben, who I see is streaming. Thank you guys. Please show some mad love to Ben. He does great content. Let's head on over there. As always, please, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can one speak his mind and lie while doing it? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. As always, please stay safe. Please take care of each other. I love you all, and I hope to see you guys in the next stream. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. See ya! Ooh, I did all that backwards and forwards. I did all that, yeah, sorry, Rai. I do have to get to work. I did that backwards and forwards. Sorry. Anyway, guys, let's head on over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.